In Lesson 3, we will look at how you can manage your time to ensure that the most important things get done. Remember we talked about priorities in Lesson 2? And we talked about how Jane is always busy but doesn't seem to get enough done. Do you ever feel like that? I know I do. So let's talk about time management and how to get more done and to make sure we get the right things done. First, a word on punctuality. Have you ever heard the phrase African time? There is a perception that in Africa we don't keep to time. Is this true? What do you think about punctuality? Is timekeeping important? Or is it more important to make time for people? This may be influenced by culture, and you will need to decide this with your team, boss, or check your company policy on time. At AMI, we think that when you are late, you are saying that your time is more important than that of the person or people you are meeting. So we keep time. Why not make your own personal policy on punctuality and challenge yourself to stick to it? Now let's get back to the time quadrant. In the last lesson, we learned how to prioritize tasks. But what do we do once we've organized tasks into the 4 quadrants? How do we know where we should focus our time? Time management is about ensuring there is time for quadrant 2 first. Keep your goals always in mind and evaluate your activities on the basis of how they will help you achieve your goals. Carve out time every week for tasks that help move you closer to achieving your goals and guard that time. Let's go back to Jane. What are her goals? How can she carve out time to ensure she meets these goals? Now, let's talk about the power of saying no. Take control of your non-important tasks, even when they are urgent, by delegating them or postponing them to a more convenient time or declining them altogether. When a request comes in for you to do something, ask yourself if it is worth interrupting your other work. So, in summary, you should be saying no to demands that are deceptive, quadrant 3, and wasteful, quadrant 4, and saying yes to matters of necessity, quadrant 1, and effectiveness, quadrant 2. We plan in quadrant 2, which is a quadrant of leadership, and execute in quadrant 1, the quadrant of management. Now let's talk about to-do lists and other time planning tips. How do really successful people manage their time? We've summarized a few here. Why not experiment and find a system that suits you and then share it in the study group? Diary. This is the first and most basic tool in time management. Everyone needs a diary or a calendar. It should always be accessible, either via your smartphone or in your handbag or pocket. If you don't have a diary, get one now and use it. To-do lists. Instead of using the to-do list to organize your day, say it as a parking lot for all tasks and thoughts racing around your head. Get into the habit of writing down all the little things you need to do. Daily plan. Take 5 minutes in the morning to plan your day, or even better, do it before you leave the office in the evening for the following day. Decide what you want to achieve that day. Make sure the important tasks always come first, and allow time for unexpected urgent tasks. Email. Time and time again, research shows that even the best multitaskers cannot do 2 things at once. Jumping between different tasks is distracting and reduces our overall productivity. So try to be very disciplined about email and set times in the day when you will check it. So in conclusion, time management is about identifying high priority tasks, scheduling them, and ensuring they get done. Research shows that the average manager spends 10% of their time looking for information because they did not plan the day adequately. So spending 5 minutes out of 1,440 minutes we each have in a day planning can save much more and ensure that we are more productive.